Hello and welcome back to the I'm Hungry podcast. We're back for another week. I'm Foster
I'm Daniel.
and we're
I was
chilling.
like, you're forgetting it.
No, yeah, I won't forget it
No.
this time.
Yeah,
We're chilling. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I actually finally made some progress on my graduate school applications yesterday.
Oh, dude, that's
So,
crazy.
so I'm
I
like,
I haven't even. I'm never gonna go to graduate school. So maybe an MBA, but like that's it.
yeah.
And that
No,
would be
I
like
and I've
way
I've been
down.
like flipping back and forth. Like every now and then I'll be like, shoot, is this really what I want to be doing? Do I really want to just go straight into another several years of school? And then I thought about my internship over my internship, and I just thought about like how I feel as I don't feel like I know anything still. I know more, but the only thing I know is that I don't know anything.
Mm,
So I want to know a lot of stuff. I want to be good at a lot of stuff before I don't want to just drop into a job where you have to be retaught every like they teach you everything about how to do that job.
yeah, and then you like just know how to do that job,
Yeah, I
and
want to
like
know
you're
how
a
to do it.
professional in that job for like the rest of your life. And
Yeah,
you're like, well,
I
I know
want
how
to
to
do
do this job.
exactly. So I really do want to learn how to be good at chemical engineer, a broad section of chemical engineering.
Yeah. Like, what did Einstein say? He's like, I don't. He's like, I'm not smart. He's like, or something like that. He's like,
I
yeah. You know what I'm talking about. He's like, he's argued that
yeah,
he wasn't intelligent. He just knew, like, the ways to solve problems. Like,
yeah,
he
yeah,
learned like the methods to solve problems rather than the answers.
yeah. That is so. I mean, it's so true. Like that's the way to do it. You want to
Yeah.
be able to handle what gets thrown at you, not to have the answers. I was thinking the other day. I was like, what the heck is an isotope? I was like, I don't even
Oh yeah.
remember what a freaking isotope is. And I was like, okay, no, I think I do. I think it's an element with a different number of neutrons. It's the same element, and I looked it up, and that was correct. But that just made me realize that's like one of the most basic things you get taught in chemistry, right? But you
Yeah.
don't go over it again in chemical engineering ever
Yeah.
because it's just not part of the curriculum, right? But it's just one of those little facts that you either have to
Yeah.
know or you got to remind yourself what it is. And those are the
Yeah.
things that I don't think are as important as can you solve a problem that gets thrown at you? Like, you know.
Like, and what? Like, so. Like you kind of, but like I guess you knew what an isotope was, right?
Yeah.
Like you knew what it
Well, I
was, but you
knew
didn't know what it like was.
yeah, I was like I think it's just the thing with a different number of neutrons, but I don't know if is that it?
Okay,
And
so in
and
your
that
welcome back, guys. Sorry about that. My computer has an issue with the graphics card because I was playing video games to high settings, to where the first 15 minutes every time I turn it on, it'll be fine, and then all of a sudden it'll just be like shut off. I need to restart it, but then once I restart it, it'll be fine for like the whole day. So IDK, but check out the Patreon maybe. No, help me get a new graphics card. But
support Foster to get a new graphics card.
nah,
It'll
yeah,
only
yeah,
take like several
thousand
couple
months.
hundred of you getting the
Yeah,
$3 contribution in order to make that happen.
something like that. I don't know, but yeah, no, I should be fine. It should like it's not that big of a deal. It is a little annoying. I'm not even gonna lie, but my computer
Yeah.
is so old at this point too. Um, just real quick before we try and head back into what we were talking about. Computers versus consoles, right? So that's a big like discrepancy. Everyone always says like, oh, like consoles, computers. Computers, it's like they can be better, but is your computer better? I feel like I've mentioned this before. Also, because it's
I
like,
think
are your parts better? But
yeah,
also,
yeah.
computer parts they go out of style like just as fast as like consoles. So by the time like if you get a new graphics card, if you get like I guess it's like if you have a 2080 or like a 3080, you're kind of fine and you've been fine for a while.
Mm,
But if you're getting a new one today, like in the next like 3 years, they're probably gonna put out another one or like a better one.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So you might as well like I've been thinking this lately. It's like consoles are low key like a better deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean like the computer thing, I only learned about this recently, but like you cannot play like no one can play the games that get released now on
Yeah.
full settings, right?
Only
Unless you have
like
a freaking
the
supercomputer.
streamers and like
Yeah, the streamers who have that money to
the
get
nice
ridiculous.
setups. Yeah.
Yeah, but then it's like the next game. Like, imagine if you were to go out and buy all of the best stuff. I think pretty quickly there would be games that came out that you wouldn't be able to run because all of the stuff is accelerating. Like it's improving at such a accelerated pace that
Yeah.
you get the games that get put out. I mean, like, it's ridiculous. Like the games that get released now
Yeah.
are
Like
like
guess how,
insanely like
sorry.
bulky, right? And they
Yeah.
require
Yeah.
crazy systems to run.
That's what I would say. Guess how much the new. Guess how many gigabytes the new like Call of Duty is.
I I can't even I can't even guess. I know it's crazy. Did it just freeze?
Just a little bit, but I just heard you.
Okay.
So a lot of technical difficulties today. Wow. No, but it's like I think it's like 275 gigabytes
Jeez.
or just something like absolutely ridiculous. Like
So if you had that on my, obviously you're not supposed to run that on a laptop, right? But
no,
like
you wouldn't even be
that's
able
a
to download it. I don't think because how big is your hard drive? Like 250.
I have a terabyte. I have a
Okay,
terabyte.
so you'd be
So
able to
I
download
would be okay,
it,
but
but you wouldn't be able to
that's
run it. You
yeah,
wouldn't
that's
be
a
able
quarter of
to.
my hard drive done for
Yeah,
just that
yeah.
one game.
For Call of Duty, like Call of Duty used to be
Crazy.
like the basic game.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
There
video
should be
games are like
places.
they've gotten so much bigger in the past like 10 years. Like I remember when I was a kid and I was playing video games. No one else was playing video games. Like some kids were playing video games.
I feel like that's
I
a
guess a lot of people were playing video games. I don't know.
video games were very
They weren't
popular
cool.
like
They
way
weren't
before you
cool.
were born. So
I told girls I played video games would call me a loser.
yeah, okay, that I agree with. Like that was kind of the no, yeah. I mean, boys. I think a lot of like little boys played like
Like
crazy amounts of video games, or that was
yeah,
just the thing, and it wasn't as like cool and like legitimate as it is now. I'm just spitballing though because I only played like Lego Star Wars
yeah.
on the
You didn't
Wii.
even play video games, dude.
No, I played Portal. That was the most.
Portal's dope.
Portal is dope.
Portal's dope. Oh, fuck. I was just about to say something. We were talking about isotopes.
Yeah.
Some bullshit about. I was gonna say something just now, and it was like a good sentence, but it forgot. I forget so many
Oh,
things all the time. I'm literally always like, "Oh, dude, I should talk about this. Oh, you should talk about this. Oh, I should talk about this." And time comes to, and I'm like, "Yeah, so
yeah.
I'm gonna start carrying around this tiny notebook. This is
You
my
can jot
third.
down.
This is my third journal variation that I'm going to carry around with me now. I have my journal, I have my drawing journal, and now this is gonna be like my thought journal, like my quick note
All right.
journal.
Why not? So
'Cause
why not just use like a notes app on your phone or something? Is there a
I like the
reason?
tactileness, I guess. I don't know. It just doesn't
No,
hit
I
the
get it.
same. I never look
Yeah.
at them. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. I get that. The never looking at it is definitely a problem. Like I'll take notes from a meeting or something, and then they'll just sit in my Google Keep forever, and then I look back later. I'm like, oh yeah, those are
yeah, like
notes that I
4 years later, you're like, oh,
took. Oh,
I
I guess
actually could
those
have
were
used that.
yeah.
um, fuck. I was about to say something. Oh,
Again?
yeah.
Okay.
So in Korea and like East Asia has like their own like East Asian games, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And they kind of take those like I'm pretty sure they take those like more seriously than like the Olympics,
Oh wow.
because they're like they might not, they may take the equal, but I'm pretty sure it's like a really big deal because it's like it's
Yeah.
just all the East Asian countries, so it's like they're like I have to beat you. All right, that's how I'm expecting. I'm not gonna say that, but anyway, either way, League of Legends players are considered like professional, like important athletes, and they
Yeah.
get out of the military draft in Korea
wow.
and like all those countries that, or at least Korea, I don't know, but yeah. So like the League of Legends pros they're like They don't have to go out of the army because they're so good at League of Legends. But like
That's
BTS and like all
crazy.
the K-pop people, like all
Yeah,
they have to go and do service because they're just performers. Like
that's
they're not
insane.
professional
They're not
athletes
professional. Oh,
representing their
jeez.
country, getting gold. Yeah, it's like if you like win like bronze, silver, gold or some shit. I don't know. I'm not East Asian, so I don't know. But all I know is that they don't have to
They have, yeah.
go to the army. Rip Jimin,
So,
Rip Jungkook. Shout out all my BTS stands.
well, that's insane. I'm sorry, but video games, being good at video games is not as impressive at, or
You
it's
think?
nothing compared to being a good musician.
So
Now,
if you saw like League of Legends on ESPN, would you be pissed?
no, I wouldn't be pissed. I agree that it can be broadcast as a sport. That's fine, but to value that over your musicians, like your entertainers, like who
Oh
are,
yeah.
you know, like physically as a skill, artists, like physical artists and musicians are way more talented than video game players. And I'm sorry if any of you in the comments play video games.
If
I'm
you play
sorry, like
video games,
I'm sorry.
fuck you. That's what he's saying. No, but yeah.
Like to value that more highly than people who have spent their, I mean, okay, I don't know much about BTS, but I'm just in general to value that more highly than people who've spent their lives training as a musician, right?
Training in
Like
art.
those, yeah, creating art, it's not the same as playing a video game. And you can
But
never,
dude,
no one will ever convince me otherwise. I
but
don't care
dude,
if you spent your whole life.
Faker mid diff, Zed pentakill. Come on, man.
What is that? Those like
It's like
stats?
Faker's a player, mid
Oh.
diff. He's the better like mid lane player. Uh, Zed is the character he plays. Pentakill. He killed everybody in the team.
And whoa, that's crazy,
Oh,
dude. Oh
that's
shoot.
exactly how it happens. Exactly. Whoa. No, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like, okay, if video games, let's imagine in the future video games are like, virtual reality to the point where you're actually running around and doing all this, like it's like a real athletic event and you have to
Yeah.
train your body to like
Some
do
like
it.
Sword Art Online shit.
Yeah, like or like Ready
You don't
Player
know what
One
Sword
or
Art
whatever.
Online is.
No. I
Oh,
just
okay.
said yeah.
Sword Art Online is an anime that came out in like 2012 or like 2013. And
Okay.
if you've ever heard the thing where it's like, if you die in the game, you die in real life.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm not sure if it's from
That's where it
SAO
came from.
originally, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where it came from because the whole point is that there's this like VR MMO. You put on like this helmet and it like zaps your brain or some shit, and it like
Yeah.
transports you into the digital world, and you can like feel everything, you can see everything. It's like you're really there, but you're in reality you're like
Yeah. It's like Ready Player One. It's
yeah,
kind of
and
the same
then
concept, right?
but the difference is well, in Ready Player One, you're like kind of still active. These guys are literally
Yeah.
just like lying motionless on a bed. Yeah, they're like knocked
There's a
out. And
book
then
series.
two,
Yeah.
the instead of like a treasure hunt, it's like uh, the main guy he like traps everybody in there, and he's like, if you die in here, you die in real life. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
if you die to like a mob, like a level 3 slime, you just fucking died. Like the machine just fried your brain.
Dang.
And then if people in the real world try to take it off, that kills you too.
Oh, wow. So how do
So
you
it's like
escape?
you have to beat the game.
Okay, yeah.
You have to beat
Of
the
course.
game. But it's like but it's like a huge long MMO, and there's like 99 floors, and each floor takes like a week, and nobody's good enough to do it except the main character guy,
Yeah.
and then he gets the girl, and then you know
So did everyone else die?
pretty much except for
Nice.
like a couple people.
Like
I don't know. I
Squid
was obsessed with that show when I was younger.
Game? Yeah.
Just because the opening was really good. The way I decided how I watched anime when I was younger was if the opening was
Okay.
banging. If the
You mean
opening was like fucking hard and it hits my eardrums and I'm just like, oh shit, like that's so dope.
Wait, do you mean the like title sequence or like the first
Yeah,
scene of
the
the show?
theme
Yeah,
song.
okay. Like the theme song and
Yeah.
the montage and whatnot.
Yeah. So like
Yeah.
Gurren Lagann, shout out Gurren Lagann.
Uh,
Death Note, fucking Blue Exorcist, uh, yeah, Sora Online. Dude,
yeah.
oh man, I'm thinking about the opening right now. I'm like getting flashbacks. But yeah, basically, I liked it because the opening and it was like cool because video games, and also the main character, he gets a girlfriend and they're like super wholesome. It's like so cute. They're like, I was like 14. I was like, I want a girlfriend. They like get like a little, but the funny part is they're like still teenagers in the show,
Yeah.
but they like get a house together like in game. They'll
In the
like buy
game,
they like buy a house
in-game
in
house. Yeah.
game, yeah, and it's like it's like on a lake. It's like it looks like they're in like Flagstaff or something. There's like
Yeah.
trees everywhere, and they're like super wholesome. They're like making lunch together, and then somehow like they get a daughter. Like they have a daughter,
They
but
bought her
it's
in-game.
not their real daughter. It's
Yeah.
like a computer program from the game, but
Yeah, okay.
it's also like an admin program, and it's an AI, so it's like self-aware, and it like calls them mom and dad. It's weird. It's like
So
it's
they like
weird.
they purchased the daughter expansion
They
in
don't
game.
purchase it. They just like they're like going through a dungeon, and then they're like, oh, they find like an item that
They
like
just
spawns her.
they just find it. They find like a Minecraft egg or something,
Yeah,
and throw it in
and then she
one.
comes out and she's like, Dad, Mom," and you're like, they're like, "Whoa," and you're like, "Whoa,"
That's
but
weird.
yeah, it is a little. That was a little weird, but anime, you know what can you do?
Yeah.
And then halfway through the series, they get rid of the whole hook of like if you die in the game, you die in real life because he beats the game. He beats the game like halfway through, right?
And then what?
And then he wakes up, but his girlfriend isn't awake yet. His girlfriend's still asleep. What happened to her? Oh, she's still trapped in a different game that is based off of the original game's architecture.
She got trapped in a spin-off.
Yeah, well, it's still part of the same series. Exactly. Yeah, like they put a spin-off in the main like show.
Yeah.
And then he goes into that game, but it's just not good anymore because he can die now. Like
Yeah.
he like the whole point is that like the main character is like a badass and that he's doing all this crazy shit and he could die, but he doesn't. But now he's doing his badass and he's doing all this crazy shit and he can die and he does. So
That's
it's fucking boring because he gets stabbed by like the cocky asshole guy and he dies and you're like, what the heck? And then he's like,
Wait.
and then his squad's like, just wait, you'll respawn in 40 seconds. And you're like, okay. All right. And it's
And
like cool, but yeah,
wait, does he
kind of fell
respawn?
off. Yeah, he does.
Oh, okay. When you say
Like all the stakes are gone. It's just like not.
okay. See, I was so confused because you were saying if you die in the game, you die in real life, and then you're like, and he
Yeah,
can
so
die
if this
now
is
if
the
he
whole
does, though, but
show.
you meant he's allowed to die because he won't die in real life, right?
Yeah, like if this is the whole show, halfway through the show, he beats the first game and
Yeah.
just goes out into the real world. But his girlfriend is trapped in a different game. So game X, game Y. Game X, you can't die. Game X, you die in the game, you die in real life. Game Y, you die in the game, you die in the game. You're alive in real life.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's weird. That's a weird choice. Why would
Yeah.
they
IDK.
ran out of ideas? I guess I don't know.
Don't know.
I think all shows. I don't know. I don't want to say that, but like most shows with like a where it's like a big premise like that, like a fantasy plot, or like a drama or something, you should have pretty much the whole show planned out from the beginning. You should still be flexible enough that it can change in response to
Yeah.
like opinion, but
That's so like, yeah. I think
and
about
I
it a
know
lot.
that the
I always
timeline of like Hollywood probably doesn't allow that to happen.
Yeah.
Like you can't spend 5 years coming up with your 5-year show and
No, yeah.
planning out all of it because that just won't be economically feasible. But it would make everything so much better if you had
Especially
like,
not. Oh, sorry.
no, that was it.
Okay.
It would just make
Especially
things
not in
better.
like anime and manga.
Yeah.
They be grinding
producing.
those
Yeah.
motherfuckers. Like Dude, I was thinking about this. Like, I would like the idea of like writing a story or like writing a book is like so alluring to me, and I definitely want to do that in my life. I want to write a book,
Yeah.
at some point. But like like writing a manga. Bless you, by the way. Mangaka, like writing a manga is the most insane thing to me because not only are they like responsible for like the story aspect, they're basically authoring the story. They also draw all the pages themselves.
Yeah.
So they're like it's like to me it's like the pinnacle of like artistic like
Yeah.
what do you call it, expression.
Yeah.
Like they're responsible for the page layouts, they're responsible for character designs, dialogue, storyboarding, like all of it.
Yeah. Well,
It's like
so
just them. Like they have assistants and they'll be like, hey, can you fill in this page, or like can
yeah.
you write this can you like write
Yeah,
down
yeah,
this
yeah.
dialogue that I wrote down. But it's like for the most part it's just them, and like that's so
Yeah.
impressive to me. And the fact that like so much great stories have come from that is very impressive. But I feel like it speaks to a lot of things where it's like if you give a passionate person enough like control, like great things can come of it.
Yeah.
But also it's like, whoa, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy. I wonder if well, because in manga they're not writing all the prose down, right? They're allowed to describe things through the drawings, right?
Yeah, they can put like crack.
Yeah, yeah. Or even just the pictures of the character. Like they don't have to describe
Oh yeah, they
what
don't
their
have to
main
put any.
character look
Yeah,
like.
they could literally just be like
They
two
draw it,
guys.
yeah.
It could be two guys walking towards each other, and you're like, oh, they're gonna fight, and then they like just shake hands, and you'll be
Yeah.
like, oh.
So you get all that from the pictures and with like a regular novel, the author has to
Yeah,
draw that but with words, right? In a way that's engaging.
yeah.
So
Like the
it's
art is so amazing on so many different like stories. Like I got this right here. Let's see if I can find a cool looking panel.
for those of you who are listening, Foster's finding a
Tokyo
panel.
Ghoul,
yeah.
Ken
It's cool.
Kaneki, Tortured Soul. That's me. I'm literally Ken Kaneki. No, but yeah, you should watch Tokyo Ghoul. Tokyo Ghoul was like same time as like Sword Art Online. That was like
Oh yeah.
same era, a little bit. Dude, I fucking love anime. I'm such a weeb. That's crazy. I got bullied. I got bullied for liking anime in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Uh,
Not the worst. I don't know. Like no one ever really bullied me because I used to have anger management problems. I used to beat the fuck out of kids. Like before you knew me in like high school, in like middle school, I would say probably like first through like sixth.
great.
I would be like I'd belt you. I'd fucking hit you. Oh yeah, and people knew it too. Like I don't know. Yeah, like remember one time I sent a kid to the nurse because I choked him out because they were bothering
Oh
me
my
while I was trying to
God.
talk to the girl I liked on the playground. I was
Wow.
like, but here's the deal, right? Like I was always I've always been a little bit bigger than most of the kids, and then the
Yeah.
guys that are bigger than me aren't like as like built as me. They're always like a little bit skinnier.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I know what you mean.
yeah, yeah.
They're just
So
like tall.
yeah, I'm like tall and like
Yeah.
decently like stacked, I guess. I don't know. I think I'm jacked. I think I'm fucking massive. But you won't hear me say. I almost have a six pack. That
I can tell through the sweater.
That's sarcasm. Fuck you. But no, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I used to have anger management problems. Yeah, I sent a kid to the nurse, and then yeah, I got sent to the principal's office like once, and I told them the story. They were like, okay, all right, whatever. And yeah, but like I remember kids used to like come up to me and like bother me because they knew I would like hit them. So like they would like, I used to have a really big problem with like this one song, and they used to like come up behind me and like sing the song, and then I would like so like I would immediately like it was like one fluid motion. It was just like I would just be like standing here, and then it would just be like. It was so fast that he would like they would do it and then they would immediately drop to the ground. I remember that very vividly. Like it was one time Like this one guy, like he did it to me. I turn around to like go hit him, and he's like already on the ground, like with his arms behind his head.
The heck? What is wrong with these
And I was
kids?
like, I looked at him. I was like, I like thought for a second. I was like, okay, like he did this on purpose. Like he's not like he
Yeah.
wants me to hit him. Like I like stopped for a second. I was like confused, and then I just still like I just started like and then I just started like punching him in the back. I don't know. I used to punch walls in high school when I got
Oh my
mad.
God.
So my knuckles are like super hard now. I'm really
Nice.
I haven't been in a fight in like a couple of years. And I'm really intrigued to see how much damage my hands could do because I feel like I can throw a punch a lot better now. Watch, some
Yeah.
motherfuckers are gonna like start stepping to me now. Now that this is like
You're
out on the
announcing this
internet.
online.
Yeah, I'm not fucking Baki, motherfucker. Okay, don't start walking up to me and be like, I'm approaching you. What are you gonna do about it? Like, no. I'm gonna tell you to fuck off, and then if you get in my face, I'm gonna tell you to fuck off again until you do something. Yeah, you get 2 chances.
Well, you get 3 strikes and then you're out.
3 strikes,
Two,
yeah, and then you're
two
out on
strikes,
the
nothing
ground.
happens. 3 strikes, you're out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah. Do you think you'll ever get in a fight, Daniel?
I hope not. But
Do you know how to throw a punch?
I mean, I know how to hold the fist, right? And I have, yeah, like, I imagine you don't just like you got to use your torso, spin your whole body, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You
You
got to
gotta use the
throw your whole
rotational
weight
energy.
behind it. Yeah, you got. I mean, because yeah, like
I
you're not
like
using
to I
your
like to
arm,
act
you're
like
throwing your entire torso
yeah.
into
You
it.
put your like me. I'm not a pro, right? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but it just feels good when I throw. I always like to like rotate my back, my off
Yeah,
elbow,
yeah. You
and then
ah,
I always
you
like
get a
to have all the power. I like to have all the power coming from my what do you call these?
delts.
Are these delts?
I thought they were the thing underneath your like back area, under armpit area thing.
Yeah,
That
I don't know. I always thought they were like traps. No, these are
no, your
traps.
traps are
These are
these are your traps.
I
These are
don't know what
delts.
this is.
I'm pretty sure that's a delt.
The
Delta
delt.
something something.
Oh, lats. They're lats.
Oh, they are lats.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I always like to have all my power coming from my lats
Yeah.
when I punch. But that's
Yeah.
also because my lats are huge. That's where all my like mass
Your
comes
mass
from.
is
Yeah.
all concentrated there.
When I wear like a regular shirt, you can't tell. That's why it pisses me off. When I just be wearing like regular ass shit, you can't tell that I'm
Yeah.
jacked. And then I take my shirt off and you see my fucking lats and I'm like I am too I'm glazing myself too hard right now.
It's like
What can I say? What can I say? Narcissistic. I scored 1 point less than clinically narcissistic.
you're essentially clinically narcissistic.
Essentially, but they said that I wasn't because I have empathy.
Okay, that's good. Wait, so
Yeah.
to be narcissistic, you have to have no empathy? That's
That's
doesn't
like
seem
it's
right.
a symptom. Is like you don't care about it. You only care about yourself.
That's like a sociopath,
Yeah.
though.
Well, they're pretty like
You can. I feel like you
adjacent.
should be able to be a narcissist to qualify as a narcissist without having to be a sociopath, or without having to not have empathy, right? Like there are definitely people I would say they're pretty narcissistic, but I would say they also still have empathy, right? Like just that I've met before, but maybe they
Uh,
don't. Maybe they're just like Patrick Bateman
yeah.
pretending.
I'm simply not there. Dude, I should have been an actor. I should have been in a boy band. I should have been an actor. I should have been something.
You can't do it all. You can't do it all.
Exactly. Why can't I do it all? I was thinking about that earlier today too. It was like there's so many things in life. And I just wish like I wish I had a thing that like I did. You know what I mean? If anything, like even if I didn't like it, so that it was like a backbone for me. You know what I mean? Like something that I
I
was like
guess.
good at. I feel like I'm not
Sure.
good at like anything specific.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
not gonna
I'd
ask you
say
to like figure it out for me. I'm just
no,
saying
no.
like
I was just
I
thinking
can't
about like,
think.
am I good at anything specific? And I mean, yeah, I guess, but
Jack of all trades, master of none.
yeah, exactly. I think like if I had to say the thing that I'm good at, that's like the easiest to pick out is probably music and like piano. Yeah, like the instruments I play, I'm good at those instruments,
Yeah,
especially piano, especially piano. Yeah.
no.
Um,
There's so many things to do in
but
life.
that takes like the crazy thing is that takes years and years to get to a point where you are even like I'm not even like good. I'm like I'm not like, awesome. I'm good. I've got skills as a musician. Right? I
You're
am a
better. You're
musician.
better than good, dude. You're
I'm
out
usually
here. You're
good.
out here literally composing pieces for like the orchestra. Didn't you
I mean,
literally like write something?
yeah, I just wrote New York State of Mind for the orchestra, but like that's not as impressive as okay. I think performing is the more impressive thing than composing or making a little arrangement. Like I'd say what Colin does. Colin like actually composes stuff. That's way more
Okay.
impressive than what I did. So my strength is with performance for in music for the most part. And like I'm really good in a group as well. I'm good at like in steel band, I'm the one who's always like I hear everybody else and I
You
notice
be you
like
be jazzing it up.
yeah, I'm jazzing up and I'm like,
You'd
"Hey,
be
that
like,
was too loud there," or we keep mess yeah. Or like we keep messing up this rhythm or our phrasing is bad here and no one else noticed that it
phrasing.
takes a long time for everyone else to notice those things because they're all percussionists, like most of the other musicians in there are not um like lyrical musicians like they don't play lyrical instruments as much.
Yeah. You've
So,
never listened to any of the music that I like. You should listen to my two favorite artists are 100 Gex
yeah.
and 2 Hollis. Right now, at
You
least.
showed me 100 gex one time.
I don't think you'd like 100 Gex, but I would be very
No.
interested to see your reaction. Oh my god, we should do that. We should do that for a video.
I think you did
That
that
would
on
be
the
so.
podcast, didn't you? Or no, was that off? I remember a long, like freshman year, I remember that was when 100 gex first came up.
No, that's funny.
And I think you showed it to me. I don't know if you showed it to me on the podcast though.
No, dude, yeah, we should totally do like a react video. Like, I want to
Yeah.
show you like Daniel. Like, I want to do like Daniel reacts to 100 Gex best hits. That would be so funny. Or like,
Greatest
yeah,
hits. But see, I'm not gonna
listen to
be
two Hollis though, because I like him better as
too
of late.
Hollis.
Yeah,
How do you spell that?
exactly how you think probably. I don't know. The number two,
EWO.
no two, the number two,
Oh,
and then
well, okay.
HOLLIS.
I would have done two HOLLAS. Two Hollas.
Oh,
Two
well,
Hollas. That's a
two.
better name.
Hey, I got
I
two
just I just
Hollis.
I just didn't improve their name. It should
I
be
don't.
two
I don't
Hollas.
know. I don't think
Like
so.
like holla, like holler, right?
I got
Two
two
Hollas.
Hollis for you.
Yeah.
Okay, you can be two Hollis.
I'll be two Holl. That's my rapper name. Is two Hollas with an
Dania
A.
two Hollis. Yeah.
I would get sued immediately,
I don't know. Would you? I don't know.
probably. I think it has to be like significant, more different than that. Like
Alright.
Aquafina. Well, no, that's only like one letter. Wait.
Yeah.
Oh,
If you
no, it's
spell
several
it
letters.
different, if you spell it different, they can't get you. I don't think. Can they?
Even if it's one letter and everything else is exactly the same, like two Holl, and it's pronounced basically the same.
Two
Two
Hollis.
Hollas. Two Hollas.
No, 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 no. You guys don't get it. That guy's too Hollis. I'm too Hollis. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, sir. Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry about that.
There's been a
Come right in.
misunderstanding
Come
here.
right in. You're front of the line.
Right here. Right, you're right here. Two Hollis. Okay. Yeah, you're on the list. Yeah, go right ahead. Go right ahead. Sorry about that, sir. I
Yeah.
want to rule the world. I want to learn magic, and I want to rule the world. I want to ride a
Like real
dragon.
magic. Oh,
Yes.
okay. Yeah.
There's no way real magic doesn't exist.
Yeah. No, it doesn't exist.
No, 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 no,
We've
no.
talked about this before. We've had so
Dude.
this is Colin's gonna be listening to this and be like, "Oh my god, here we go again with the same conversation."
There's no way that we've had all this like fantasy lore with like dragons and wizards and witches and Lady of the Lake and goblins and hobgoblins and trolls and fucking Lord of the Rings. We know there's no way, and fairies. There's no way that we have all this bullshit, and it's all just like we all just kind of like agreed that there's like similarities across various vast cultures, and oh, it's all just, we all just made it up in our heads. Like, no.
So you're saying that those creatures, those fantastical creatures, like once existed, and that's why
I'm saying I think there's like a whole nother level to perception that we lost.
called hallucinogenic shrooms.
Maybe. But no, I think there are greater forces at play in this world than anyone can comprehend.
Okay, all right. Let's say if there are greater forces at play, whatever. They're not magic.
Yog Sothoth.
There's no such thing as magic, just by definitionally, as like anything that you would look at and go, that's magic, is actually just the physical universe in a form that you haven't seen before, right? That's my argument. I don't care if you want to say, "Oh, Avada Kedavra,
Okay, well,
and I can kill you."
There has to be
Sure.
like a cooler way to use magic or electricity than how we're
Okay,
using it now.
but wouldn't you say that like if you're standing, all right, let's imagine you're standing in this giant tower, this giant metal tower, rolling down on your enemies, right? Like being drawn by your horse carriage, whatever. And then you go with your like metal gauntlet, and like lightning shoots from your fingertips and
Yeah.
kills a bunch of people. You'd say that that's pretty cool, right?
It's metal as fuck.
Okay, so that's just a freaking Tesla coil thing, right? We do that. We test lightning in like
There is no.
indoors.
I've never heard of a tactical application of a Tesla coil.
Not a tactical application, but you could, if you stood somebody in a room with one of those things and you pointed at them with
Try
a
'em.
metal thing, you
Could I play
Yeah.
Fireflies by Owl City while we're killing him? So it's like,
sure.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, playing music with lightning, that would look like magic to people who invented the thing that you're now calling magic.
I want
Right.
money. I want power. I want hoes. I want
Magic.
respect. I want magic. I want I already said hoes, bitches. I want no, fuck with it. Yeah. I've been a little nah. I mean, I guess
What?
I've taught like I was just gonna say I've been a little manic lately. I've
Oh,
talked
yeah.
about being bipolar on the podcast before, but I've never really talked about like the symptoms.
Yeah. Well,
little-
I think you did briefly, but yeah.
Yeah, I've just been a little manic lately, so like I just have a lot of energy, like, but like it's like sporadic as well. Like I went to bed at like 2 a.m. last night
Yeah.
because I was
That's
like
probably just not. Yeah, that's.
I was like up doing homework, and then I was like, let me get a quick pump in. So I like worked out a little bit, and then I like danced around, listening to music. I don't know. You ever do that? You ever do that anymore? You ever just like listen to music, like dance around?
Well, I never did that until I got my record player, and I was doing that last night. I just listened to like half of.
So you never put on your
Walk.
headphones and just like
No, I put what I do now. The only thing I do when I'm not in the car, when I listen to music now, is put on a record and listen to the whole thing while I do something else. You know, like while I fold laundry or something.
yeah,
That's-
or like put on like a podcast or something.
I've never listened to a single podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
You should listen to ours.
I haven't done that either.
Yeah. Yeah, like a podcast or something. Like someone should make a podcast that you could like listen to while you do things. You know, that'd be a cool idea.
Where it's just like two guys talking. You know, it's not that important.
Yeah, like it's nothing like anything serious, right? It's just like chill.
Mildly entertaining. Yeah. Kind of funny.
Someone should do that. Someone should do that.
Yeah.
Do you need to go?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're good.
Oh, yeah. My mom says ETA 27 minutes, and that was 3 minutes ago. So I actually have a little bit of time.
Oh, okay.
Is it?
We're at
Well,
like
I mean, if it's something else,
we're at like
yeah, what are we at?
36 right now. We can give it like a couple more minutes if we want to stretch out to like 45.
Yeah, sure. I wonder if our audience do enjoy the length of our podcast episodes. Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
are they too
I'm
long?
like
Are they too
I'm
short?
literally just like spitballing everything. Like, you know what
No,
I
yeah. I
mean?
mean, that's what we always do. I'm just curious. Like, is it like really like? I wonder how many people watch the whole thing, besides like Colin and my dad and like
Hmm.
Nana, my family essentially.
I've got a couple people that watch it. I know. I think I know at least two people
Do they
that.
watch like all 50 minutes or whatever? Like, it just seems. I'm just always
Okay, no,
like
I know
amazed.
one person then.
Okay, who does do that?
Yeah.
Still impressive.
Right?
I'm
Like
still amazed.
who the fuck's listening to us?
Yeah, who's listening to all of this crap? We're just talking for like almost an hour every week.
We're just interesting people. They hate
I
it.
guess yeah, they need it.
They hate it. They hate how interesting we
Well, they
are.
hate it. I think said they need it, like they need it in their lives to
Oh,
make
they
them more
well that
interesting.
too. You know.
They need to have
Like here,
interesting.
like here's the thing. Here's the part I need to like help you guys understand. Right? We are like me and Daniel are like the smartest people in the world. Okay. Maybe not the smartest people in the world, but we're definitely like the ones who are gonna make shit happen.
Like
Like,
top 10 probably.
oh yeah, we're definitely top 10. No, we're definitely top 10. I think that like I think there was like an abnormal amount of like incredibly intelligent individuals at Saguaro in our year specifically. It was like you, Ari, uh, fucking Will, Kaylee,
None of us are.
like
I don't think that any
all
of us.
weren't all of
Well,
you like running for like Anna, fucking.
but we're not. I forgot what I was gonna say. I had a
I'm
good
trying to think of
point.
more people.
Oh, but
Sam, like, come on,
see,
come
all of us
on.
are just.
We got that's like that's like top five in the world right there.
It's really not. It's really
Maybe
not.
not world, but at least like you, Sam, Will. That's like top five at least.
I think
If you guys aren't top 10,
hold
if you
us
guys aren't
too
top
highly.
10, if you guys aren't like top 10 on a list somewhere, if the government like doesn't have your names on a list as like emergent leaders or like
Okay, your
influential
estimation
individuals,
is much too high. There's
nah.
there's
You
okay.
don't think the government knows who we are? The
No,
government
I don't.
definitely knows who we are.
They do not know who
They
we
definitely know who I am.
are.
I think. I don't know. I honestly, I don't know. I've never
Wait,
been
okay.
approached by a government agent.
Think about who the government is, right? I think this is something a lot of people don't realize, but the government is
The
just a bunch.
Illuminati, the shadow government.
They're just a bunch of people doing their jobs, like going to work every morning, right?
No, I
That's
think
what
they're.
they're.
I don't think they're telling us what we need to know.
Yeah, okay. I
Why would they tell us everything?
what I will say, okay, all the group of people you just
I'm a
mentioned, and
conspiracy theorist.
everyone else at Saguaro, our high school, right? Who was like, oh yeah, wow, they're so smart or whatever.
Our
But
district was a genetic
every
experimentation ground.
single high school in the world has a group of kids who are the try-hard, successful students, right? And that does
Yeah, but
not
they're
have
not
any
as smart as
bearing on.
us.
We're the best of the best.
Yeah,
But
like
it's just not. That's just not how we're. Every high school has a group of kids who are like that, and you'll go to any high school and you'll ask them, "Who are your best? Who's the smartest kids at your
yeah,
school?"
but
And
they're
they'll
like
name.
fucking lame. Like that's the difference. You know what I mean? Like we're cool as fuck.
Sure.
Like I don't know about you, but like when I was in like when I was at being at Saguaro, being like a smart kid, I felt so much cooler than every other like dumbass there. I was like, I didn't need to talk to anybody because like if anybody ever tried to like say anything, I'd be like, you're in gen ed classes. Like shut the fuck up. Like you're stupid.
You're in
But now
general
I'm
class.
stupid. Now I'm the stupid one. Because I'm an
See, that's okay.
engineering.
That's what I'm saying. We're not actually,
No, you are. I'm
we're
not.
no, I'm not either. No, nobody is. Nobody is. There's always somebody smarter than you
Yeah.
about
Okay. Yes. Yes.
something,
There's
right?
always
And
someone
that
bigger.
means
There's
that
always a bigger fish.
yeah, I mean, so like no matter how smart you are at something about like because it's
But
not
once that
just
bigger fish swallows me, then I'm gonna
well, I guess
fucking
is there a subject that you can be smart in?
I'm gonna
I don't
eat him
know.
from the inside out, and then he's gonna puke me up, and then I'm gonna eat his eyeballs. Nah, I'm just
He's gonna puke you up and then you're gonna eat his eyeball.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's just I think I like there's the other isn't it an Einstein quote where like a true genius admits that they know nothing? I
Something like that.
definitely brought this up like 5 times before, but I also don't want to say that I'm a true genius, but I do recognize that I know literally nothing. Like it's crazy how little. That's we. I think we talked about this before too. Like, if there were a way that you could instill all of the knowledge of each generation into like immediately into
Oh
like the
yeah.
little next generation when they're little, and just teach them everything. Like, okay, yeah, it sucks for like rip their childhood, right? Like, sorry about that, but that would
Yeah, maybe it's like
imagine.
once you reach an age, you like get uploaded with all the info.
Yeah.
You're just like ah! Like the horrors like all just rush into your brain at the age of like 12.
We should have that be our thumbnail. It's just both of us being like pretending we're having all the knowledge of the universe being uploaded instantly.
POV. POV. You're downloading the knowledge of your
Your
past
ancestors.
yeah. POV downloading your ancestors'
But
knowledge.
think about like humans, the way that we teach each other. Like we think of going to school. We have that all conceptualized in one way, right? But really, what
Fuck
going to school?
school.
Yeah, exactly. That's the way that we have it conceptualized. But what school really is the only way that we know how to give the next generation knowledge of what the current generation has done
Yeah.
and all previous generations. And the only way that the current generation knows what past generations have done is through that same method, right? So
Yeah.
if you think about it that way, school is like the most important thing that we do. And a
And we
lot of
do
people
it garbage. We do a shit at it.
yeah, we are.
We have a
Because
generalized
nobody
experience for everyone. Isn't that
because
crazy?
all the old people like the reason that we kind of suck at school is because once
Old
people
people.
make it and they're done with like their lives, right?
They
Like
stop
when you
learning.
successfully performed your job and you've learned what you needed to learn and you have money now, like once people are comfortable and they've like fulfilled their purpose,
Mm-hmm.
for some reason it's like they don't want to they don't see the point in spending their money or their time or
Time,
like spending their
energy.
tax
Yeah.
money, right? Yeah, like supporting the teaching of younger students, but they think they just don't think it's as important. But I think if you look at it from the perspective of everything that you like, if you talk to somebody who feels that way and you said, you feel this way, everything you did in your life, all the things that you learned, all the techniques you grew yourself to deal with how you lived your life and deal with your job and your friends and whatnot, all that stuff is going to be lost unless we
Yeah.
teach it to someone, unless you help us
Literally.
take that knowledge and keep it going.
Yeah. Like
Because otherwise we're
if we all
starting
just
over.
like did shit on our own, we would die.
Yeah, we would just maybe we would still maybe the human race as a whole would survive, but we would be restarting with every new person. If everyone just lived their life, did their job, and then died without like applying any effort to teach anybody, any of the younger generation, then the
Yeah.
younger generation is just going to do that same thing. They're just going to repeat it. Honestly, I think that's why history repeats itself too. People are always like, "Oh, history
We
repeats itself."
forget. No.
It's because all the young people don't get taught everything about what happened before, and so then they all have the same misconceptions about like why do we want to fight these people? Why are these people worse than us? Or why it's always about war, right? When they say history repeats itself, why do we want to do this bad thing to this group of people. And
Ignorance.
yeah, it's just ignorance, and people don't think it's ignorance. And when you if you were to say to somebody, like, I don't want to bring up like political stuff, but like gun control is a very hot topic, right? And it always has
Yeah.
been. And it's I'm not going to say it's because of ignorance or whatnot, but there's just so much that, like, ignorance per se, there's just so much that both sides don't know because
Yeah.
they don't have experience, right? It's a very experiential thing. And if there was just some way that we could
Yeah. And
mediate
there's so
that.
many different ways to experience something too.
Yeah,
Verbally, auditorily, visually, like
yeah.
firsthand, secondhand, someone telling you
Like,
about it, like
imagine if you, like you
describing
were
that
saying, like
experience,
getting,
whatever the fuck.
yeah, right. Imagine if you were into like a fight, like getting into a fight, right? But now imagine that you were being attacked by somebody who like had a weapon, like a real weapon, like a
No.
gun or something. And if imagine if you had
I'm
a
sorry.
gun.
I just wasn't.
What?
It reminds me of a video of like, I saw this video of two guys robbing a gas station, and they walk in, and they're wearing masks, and the gas station guy is like, "What do you want, guys? Like, what do you want?" And they don't say anything, and the one guy like hops the counter, and the cashier immediately like runs away, grabs a knife, and then just starts like stabbing the
Oh my
robber guy.
God.
And this guy was not prepared at all, right? This is the guy that jumped the counter. He was not
Yeah.
ready to get stabbed. But in the video, the guy's just going to town, right? And the guy that's getting stabbed, he's like, "Oh my God!" He's like, "He's stabbing me! He's stabbing me!" And then he goes, "I'm dead. I'm
Oh my.
dead."
Is
I
he
don't know.
okay?
I know, probably not. I don't know.
Jeez.
I just saw the video like Instagram Reels. You know.
Why is that on Instagram Reels?
Why
It's
isn't it?
horrible.
No, but I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny
Well,
because it
okay,
was
it's
like
like funny in like a like
you
as a
got it.
situation,
You had to see the video. You had to see the video because like
but I don't like
it's
the
like what do you
for the
think was gonna happen, idiot? Like,
yeah, but okay, I feel like
would you think
all
you
right,
could what would you think it'd be easier to stab someone or shoot someone? Shoot someone.
probably to shoot someone.
Yeah. Do you think you could
Stabbing
stab
someone
one?
is
Someone? Do you
really
think you could
horrible.
stab someone?
If I well, I mean, it depends. What's the situation?
You're being attacked. You're a cashier at a gas station.
I'm a cashier. Okay, hold on. I'm a cashier at a gas station. I'm being robbed. I would
Yep.
not stab them. I would just
It's
let
your
them
gas
rob.
station.
Oh,
You
I
own
own the
the gas
place.
station.
Am I insured?
No.
Like, what's my protection?
Yep.
So if they take everything in my store, I've lost my whole life basically.
It's time to buck up or shut up. You gotta defend. You gotta defend what's right. What's yours? No, I mean not right.
All right, if
I
that
would
was the
kill that guy.
situation,
I would kill that guy.
you would kill him.
Maybe not.
I would stab him
I
somewhere
would
not.
stab him and then I might get carried away because it's like that sounds so bad, but like
Jeez.
yeah, like in my head I'm thinking like my face is getting all red right now. But it's like yeah, I'm like
Yeah.
if this guy's attacking me, and I get to stab him,
Hold on. He's
I'm
not
stabbing
attacking.
him again. Like I'm stabbing
He's
him
not.
again. I'm
He's
stabbing
not
him maybe
attacking.
2 or 3 more times cuz I'm not going
He's,
to be able to stab another guy. Like when am I going to be able to stab another person?
you should not be approaching this from the perspective of I'm. This is my chance to stab a person. You should be
Like,
looking at,
come
oh my God,
on.
I'm gonna have to stab this person. No, see, it's not gonna be like that though. You know what you are? You're like you're like the like in World War II stories and whatnot, like the young
Yeah.
bucks who join the
Let's
army.
do
And
it.
then,
And
yeah,
I
to
get
go
immediately
kill
shot in the head.
someone, and then, yeah, exactly. Or you see what's going on and you just lose your mind. Yeah, that's what you are right now. I'm the person who doesn't want to lose their like knows that I would lose my mind, and I don't want to do that. You
Interesting.
know, like it sounds fun, right? It sounds like you defend yourself and
Yeah.
win and whatever, but then you think about it, you're killing a person. Like that's and you can't even conceptualize what that's like. Like, no matter what, like
Yeah.
it's just not possible. So
I
I
think
would
about
not.
that a lot actually. How it's just like it's just like they're gone now. You know what I mean?
I think about that like so much.
Not a lot, but like a decent amount.
Yeah. No,
Because
it's
it
not.
really does. It exclaims the question of like, what are we? You know what I mean? If we can just be like, are we really anything substantial? You know what I mean? If it
I
can just be like gone.
in Catch 22, I'm gonna spoil Catch 22 for everybody who's watching. Sorry,
No. Okay, go.
but the big like reveal. It's like yeah, it's like the big reveal. There's several big reveals, but like the big thing that you don't know the
What's the
whole time in
catch?
the book. The catch. Well, there's a bunch of catches, but one of the big catches is
This is the 20-second catch.
yeah.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
that's not what Catch 22 actually is like a rule in the story.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
it's pretty. I won't. I don't want to spoil more than I'm already going to spoil, but
They
the
don't.
the big mystery in the story is what happened to this guy. This I think he was a gunner or he was just a dude in a plane. He was a soldier in a plane, like on a bombing run named Snowden. Okay, and he was
Edward
just
Snowden.
part of their squadron. And the big mystery, the whole story, you get hinted about like Snowden's secret, and you know that he's
No.
dead. You
I don't
think
know.
you know that he's dead, or I don't remember if you know that he's dead or you know that he's not there anymore. But like, you don't know what happened, and the whole story is kind of like revolving around like the main character's trauma. Not the whole story, but like a lot of
Oh
there's
yeah,
a
this
lot of
is
trauma.
Leonardo DiCaprio, right?
Oh, I don't think so.
Catch 22.
I'm thinking of the book, dude. I don't know.
Okay,
I haven't read
whatever,
some of
whatever.
these. I don't think it's. Maybe it is. That'd be weird if it was. But what? Anyway,
I think
whatever.
it is.
Really? Now I want to see.
Yeah,
Wait,
now we're in it. Now we're doing this.
we're in it. We're in it. Catch 22 movie. Because isn't there a TV show too with? No, it was not. It was not. What was his name?
What?
Wait, what's the guy? Leonardo
Snowden?
DiCaprio. It's not his. And it's. Are you talking about the Hulu show?
Maybe.
No, because that's George Clooney. Robert Clooney. George Clooney. Anyway,
Robert
okay. I want to say
Casamigos
what I was.
Clooney.
I want to say
George
what I was going to say.
Casamigos Clooney. Sponsor the
In the
podcast.
story,
George Clooney, come on the podcast.
sponsor
I'm
us.
really I'm so like it's so hard for me not to just like message celebrities now and just be like, do you want to come on the podcast?
Well, let's just do it.
Yeah, I mean, I want to get this Two Hollows guy that I'm talking about. I want to message him and be like, yo, come on my podcast. But I don't know.
Like, I mean, is there a problem with doing that?
I don't know. Is there? Yeah, like I don't know.
I wouldn't have a
We're a
problem.
news outlet.
Yeah, we're just talking. Anyway, okay. I want to say what I
Do you
was. I
think
want
we're
to say
gonna
what I
go
was
to
gonna.
war? Do you think we're but
Wait, wait, wait. Catch 22.
uh
Okay, I was gonna say is Catch 22. The
Leonardo
whole story, you don't know what
DiCaprio.
happened to Snowden, and Snowden's secret finally gets revealed like near the end of the story. But it's everything's out of order in the story, so it's kind of like halfway, or it's like it's near the end, but it's not
It's
the
an
end.
anthology.
When what happened was they were in the plane and some shrapnel hit the plane. Right, they're being shot out from artillery from below,
No.
and
Watch
some
out.
shrapnel hit the plane. Right,
Ah,
and so I
shrapnel hit
think
the
what
plane.
happens is. I think what happens is the main character goes back and sees that this guy Snowden is like on the ground. He's been hit, and he's saying that he's like really cold and whatnot. Like he's like
It's
saying I'm
getting
really
dark.
cold,
I'm
and he
cold.
sees that he got hit
I'm
in
so
the
cold.
leg. He
Yeah,
got
I'm
hit
just
in the
giving the
leg by some
ambiance. I'm giving the ambiance for the
yeah,
audience
I
here.
appreciate it. He got hit in the leg by some shrapnel, right? And it's a bad wound, but it's not like life threatening. You can
Yeah.
see the bone and stuff like that, but it's
Ooh,
not.
yikes.
So he's like, the main character is like patching him up. He's like, it's gonna be okay, like you're fine. And the guy keeps saying, I'm cold, and he's just grabbing himself, like he's just like shivering and stuff like that. And finally, you realize, I think what happens is he lifts up his arm and like all of his internal organs fall out onto the floor, like the whole insides of him fall out, and it's really disgusting. Like the way they describe it is really awful, but it's like he got hit in the side too, and he was holding
Yeah.
in everything with his hands, and then it just all comes out. So
Sploosh.
the secret, this Snowden secret, is that man is mud, and I just love that as a theme of the story. It's kind of a theme of the story. Man is mud, and I think that's just beautiful and horrifying. And I think that answers your question. Like, is there any significance to like the fact that we can just die? And I'm just like if you go by that theme, no, we're
Yeah.
just mud. Like
Yeah.
literally, we're no different from mud.
Very
We're just
interesting.
goo.
Yeah.
And if you take the goo apart in any significant way, if you let it spill everywhere, then we're still just mud, but we're just not there anymore.
Hey, homie, better watch out before you get your goo spilled. Finna spill your goo, homie.
Yeah.
This ain't your place. This ain't your territory. You better spin that shit. Get out of here. I'm gonna spill your goo. No.
Yeah, so it's a good story. You should read it. I just spoiled a big part of it, but there's plenty more awesome like thematic symbolism
Mud.
and yeah. But
Man
that's
is mud.
I like that. That's my favorite book, and that's my favorite uh like theme from a book.
I don't know what my favorite book is. I need to read more. I know I always say I need to read more, but
Well, you read more than me, I think. I haven't read a
I
book.
haven't been reading more lately. I haven't really been reading.
Actually, I listened to a little bit of I have an audiobook of the Count of Monte Cristo, and I would be listening when I
facts.
drive back and forth from Tucson. I listen to that.
I think there's a pretty popular anime adaptation of the Count of Monte
Oh,
Cristo.
the Count of Monte Cristo. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's actually like pretty good apparently. I haven't seen it, but it was like yeah, it was like a big deal back in like 11, I want to say.
2011.
Yeah.
That's weird to say 11. I know it works.
11.
But 11.
Yeah, do
It
you
makes me
remember
feel
when it
like-
was like do you remember when like we found out like it was going to be like 2020? Like people were going to call it 2020. I remember when I found out that it was like a big deal. It was like we're not going to call it 2020.
Oh, but we didn't call it 2019. We called it 2019.
That's what I mean. Like yeah, like that sort of era, like when people started
Uh,
calling it. Like it bothered
when
me
did
for some reason.
that started in 2010, right? So it was 2009.
Yeah, the first time I heard it was like 2012 when people were like, "Yeah, we're not
2012.
gonna call it 2000 and blah blah blah. We're gonna call it the 20." Dude, I hate people, bro.
Yeah.
I hate
Kinda
people. I hate everything. I hate like everything. Like everything is so frustrating. You know what I mean? If you really think about it, if you really get down to like everything,
You really think about it.
it's everything
Well,
is just like waking up, like fuck, drink, like going to bed, fuck, like walking around, fuck, eating food, shit,
That's not bad.
having like I gotta brush my teeth, take a shower, fuck. You know what I mean? Like everything. That sounds
Yeah.
really gross. I'm sorry. Yeah, but like
No.
everything takes energy and effort and concentration and like motivation.
Yeah.
You can't just be mud. You can't just sink.
Yeah. But the thing is, you are mud, so that's why it's even more annoying.
Yeah.
All you
My
are is
my
mud.
body craves the mud.
You want to rejoin the mud.
I
from
must
whence you-
rejoin with the mud.
I think my mom might be here. We're going to
Oh,
lunch.
facts.
It's
Does she
been
want to say hi to the
26 minutes.
podcast?
Maybe.
Mama. She doesn't have to. We can stop here if you
We
want.
should probably stop it. Yeah.
All right. Is there anything else?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Oh,
Did we even talk about what we were doing this week?
I don't even. I think briefly, but otherwise, no. We got.
'Cause I haven't really been up to shit. I've just been doing homework.
I've been in homework, grad applications, and senior design. That's it.
Yeah.
We
I'd
need
be
to do
boring
a
as fuck,
thumbnail
yeah.
and a title.
Yeah. What should we do?
Well, thumbnail. We were gonna do you're being downloaded. Should we just that be the title? Could be POV. No, I hate POV though, because I
Yeah.
hate that. I hate that. Let's not do that.
It could be like.
Wait, there was something funny that you said. It was way early on though, and there's no way I'm gonna remember. That I thought could be the title.
Yeah. IDK. Anime.
Well, it could still be the downloading the entire like. It could just don't. We don't need to put the. We don't. I don't want to put POV.
Downloading
or-
your grandpa's brain.
Sure.
Cool.
That's good. All right, ready? We gotta do the thumbnail. Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, every time now that you like, yeah, that was like one of those times where I was like, the video watchers are just like watching us
Oh
do.
yeah, yeah.
That's
There's
funny.
just silence for like 10 seconds, and then all right, we're back,
All
and
right, yeah,
just
let's
like,
do.
comment, subscribe, and yeah, I think that's it.
All right, audience. With that, another week comes to a close. How do you feel? How was your week? What did you do? What did you get up to? Let us know in the
Comment below what
comments.
you did this week. Yeah.
Did you have a good
Comment
time?
comment
Did you have a good
below
week?
what you did this week.
Exactly. Yeah.
I wonder how that was for everybody.
It sounded fun. It sounded fun. Comment below what you did this week. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out the Patreon. We got some new tiers up there from last week. Check out the Instagram. Check out the Instagram. We got an Instagram. Follow us on Instagram. We're gonna be doing.
Do shorts
Yeah, we do shorts and shit. You know, fucking.
for sellouts.
What kind of books do you like? That's it.
All right, I think my mom.
Bye.
Bye.